Hi, it's Meg Johnson and welcome to today's Motivational Minute. Today, I was going to say something really motivating and inspire you and stuff, but really it's not going to do as good as something that you could do all by yourself. Because there is a saying that I've heard, it goes, when we esteem someone else, our gift in return is esteem. And I don't necessarily love the word self-esteem, I prefer self-worth. Knowing that whatever happens or doesn't happen to us doesn't change our worth. However, I really like that quote, when we esteem others, our gift in return is esteem. And if you're having like a down day or even like a semi-good day and you want it to be a little tiny bit better, I want you to try this trick. I want you to find somebody, anybody. It could be a random passerby, it could be someone in your family, you could text them, call them on the phone, do it on Facebook, whatever you gotta do. Find them and compliment them. That's it. That's all you have to do. Like, that's the end. I can end right now. But that will make you feel so much better. And I'm not an intellectual. I don't know why. I just know that it works. One time I was feeling a little bit intimidated by this really walk off the magazine beautiful woman in line in front of me at the airport. She was gorgeous. I mean, just simply gorgeous. And I was going to tell her that she was so pretty, but then I was like, no, she probably hears that all the time. And then she smiled at somebody, and if it were possible, her smile made her look even prettier. And I was like, I should tell her how pretty her smile is. And I was like, no, she probably hears that all the time. And then we were going through the airport security, so of course we had to take off all our, our shoes. And she was wearing these cute little toe socks. And I was like, oh man, I should tell her how cute her socks are. And I was like, no, she knows they're cute. That's why she picked them. and then they took me around, because I'm in a wheelchair, so they like pat me down and stuff. And as they were doing that, I was like, what is my problem? Why can't I compliment this person? Like, why is my intimidation stronger than, my desire to like tell her that she's pretty? And as they were patting me down, they were like, touching make sure I'm not, a threat to the airplane. She came and sat right next to me to put her shoes back on and sat on this little bench. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it, And I leaned over and I was like, hey, I really like your hair. I just kind of picked a feature, just the first thing that came out of my mouth, because really anything would have worked. And she like looked up and batted these unbelievable long eyelashes, and she's like, oh, thank you. I was just thinking the same thing about your hair. I was like, oh. I was feeling a little bit smug and a little bit like, oh, thank you, And as I was reveling in this feeling, these two not flight attendants, but like the security officer girls, these two girls come walking by me, and then they kind of backtracked and they came over, one on each side, and they both were like fluffing my hair and puffing it all out, and they're like, oh, I know, we just love your hair, we saw you on the cameras and came down to tell you how cute your hair was. And my one very hesitant little compliment to this very gorgeous human being like sparked this explosion of compliments that were all at me. They were all at me. And I'm not saying that's going to happen, because, probably not, especially if you text somebody, but that's the feeling that happens. When we give somebody else a compliment, all of a sudden we feel better about ourselves, about our lives, We feel good because we've given them something they honestly can't really give themselves. They can't, we try, we're like, oh, I'm so beautiful, I'm so great, I'm so, worthwhile, we give ourselves these auto-suggestions and these mantras and stuff, but really when somebody else does it for you, it just feels amazing, and it feels amazing to be that person. So if you want a little extra motivation today, just do that. It's really small, it'll take you 10 seconds, and you'll feel amazing, and the more you do it, the better you'll feel. So that is my tip, that's my suggestion today for your motivational minute. So come and find me on Facebook, on Instagram, subscribe to this YouTube channel if you're not already, and find me on my website. I'd love to hear from you. It's megjohnsonspeaks.com. We'll see you next time.